All right. And I believe we should be live. Okay. Everything seems to be working. All right. I'm going to post the link around just in case. If it'll actually show me where the goddamn link is, that would be ideal now, wouldn't it? Hello, Newman. Yes. Okay, there's the stream URL. Okay, so I'll post that around. Okay, that link doesn't work. What the shit? Apologies for the technical difficulties. I guess I'll take the nuclear option. Just go to the YouTube homepage and click my own channel, as cringe as that is. Alright, so how is everyone today? Before we jump into some 5th gen lunacy. Shit, I did not intend for the pun. Dear God, that was awful. It was awful and I didn't even intend it. Alright, let me see. Content. I hate that it's called that. Ew, you need to pump out some more content. You need the content. Feed the content, God. Alright, that should do, hopefully. Alright, so I see Newman is in chat. Alright, do we have any other takers? Is anyone else here? Probably not, because I can't fucking do the link. Oh. Alright, so yeah, I'll post it there. Alright. Streaming some 5th gen games. Alright. And then I'll post on YouTube. I'll probably be on and off viewing the stream. Got some stuff I want to get done before I go into my last day of this hellhole job. Well, my last day until next October. Hey, understood. Understood. So yeah, I'll also put a YouTube link out there. So more people will be notified, because YouTube notifications are shit. YouTube. Bam. Piss off. Allow Google to access your necessary cookies. Sorry if I appear to be a bit more unhinged. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, insert. Yeah, there we go. There we go, you funny little nipple of a YouTube link. Alright, I guess I should boot up the PS1. Seems like an appropriate place to start. There we go, the bliss of the PS1 startup logo. Always good. Always classic startup. Come back, Shane! My name's not Shane, kid. Cuts to space trains. You can't go wrong with space trains. I say as I'm working on a game where you travel from place to place with space trains. I'm turning the volume down on my end. I was playing a Quiet Pain before this, and then I remembered, oh yeah, this game is anything but quiet. Yeah. Were you expecting anything other? What? It's me we're talking about. What were you expecting? You know we got, like, on a Luna Morley stream, we gotta fucking start up with, like, dumb bullshit. Like, that's how we roll. We'll play some good games here too, but, like, you gotta start off with the funny. That's how this works. Many a load. How would this game be if it had tolerable controls? I honestly don't know. I mean, isn't that something that the collection tried to do?
If you get enough of them, you'll be in for some surprise.
I don't have the collection because I broke as hell. Okay, here's a question. Bubsy 3D or Shadow Labyrinth? This is, like, here's the thing. Shadow Labyrinth is a black hole of where fun should be, but isn't. This is fun in a morbid curiosity way. This is like... It's like that exchange in SpongeBob. Hey, you think this is funny? In a cosmic sort of way, yes. Like, this is that. It's very shit, but it is at the very least amusing. Very sage advice, and that's something that Shadow Labyrinth could have learned from. Shadow Labyrinth fails the Bubsy Bobcat School of Game Design with its just empty, straight hallways with nothing in them. This, at the very least, tries to have level design. Alright. If you want a semi-better experience, I recommend this game on a low-end PS1 emulator, since the CD quality sound removed Bubsy's voice. Doesn't excuse the bad controls, though. But the voice is part of what makes this silly. Tubular! Like, I don't even understand what he just said there. Did he say tubular? It sounded like he was about to throw up while saying it. Like, the bewilderment is part of the... the sheer bewilderment of this game is part of the appeal. Like, what the fuck are these things? Like... They have, like, their animation cycle is very low frame rate. I love it. Okay, can I land on you? Okay. Okay. That sound was very delayed. Get that question mark. Get that question mark. Whoa, I got an extra life for jumping on those weird clam things. This game controls like shit.
Sting like a bee. Woohoo! Now, if you lose a Bubsy, you'll start over here instead of at the beginning.
I guess this game does have bad Amiga game kind of appeal with how bizarre it is. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Bad Amiga games are way more bewildering than this. Same basic principle, though. Because, no, genuinely, like, if you're going to... It's like, okay, if your game is, like, bad... Like, obviously no one, like, sets out to make a bad game. I mean, unless you're shitposting. But... Like, generally, when you're making a published commercial game, you're not, you're definitely not wanting it to be bad. But it's like, okay, if your game is bad, at least like, at least have it be funny. At least have it be, like, entertaining in just how nothing works, instead of the Shadow Labyrinth option of being, like, just so bad at, like, literally everything that it's not funny, it's existentially horrifying. It's definitely not top banana or Kang Fu levels, but it's getting there. Fair. And they sacrificed like all the texture detail and everything so they could push a higher resolution than what else was there. Alright, let me see. Come on. This game genuinely does control like ass. Oh, I got bonus round? Whoa! Welcome to bonus stage. Alright. There's one of the fucking rockets. Alright. Forget how to get up there. So you definitely can't jump on it. Do I activate like a platform? Did I walk through all the spinny things? I don't know.
Stupid stampede!
What? Alright. Okay, no, you can't touch this again. Maybe it's something over there. Which is weird, because like, I thought that this would be like a way to like a point of no return. Maybe not? Oh wait, no, there's another floating platform there. Alright. Good. Get up there. Alright. Is there something over here now? Nope. I guess that was just a checkpoint? I'd like to think I'm being very patient with this game. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I really am.
Oh, look! An arrow! Aren't these game designers wonderful? Giving you a guidepost to help you find the way. So convenient! It's just too easy!
Okay, let's see. According to a Did You Know Gaming video on the Bubsy series, the developers asked to delay the game's release for more polish after seeing Mario 64, but Accolade turned them down. That's not surprising. That's very not surprising. I mean, it's the same publisher who approved the Genesis port of Turrican. They didn't always, and decided to take their port of Turrican 2 and turn it into a licensed game, only to have it, like, underperform more than it would have if it was just, if it was just allowed to be Turrican 2. Like, they didn't exactly have the most sound judgment.
Hey, once I grabbed his power-up...
Bobsy Smash Purely Wallies.
Is that supposed to be an Arnold impression? This is absurd. Oh my god, is it this thing over here? Is this what is the catalyst for the thing? Alright. Making me backtrack quite a ways away. Yep. Alright. maybe that just activates that. I don't know. Let's find out! 'Cause that's the only switch I see around here. So maybe it could stand to reason that it has a dual purpose. Come on. This year I noticed a lot of people I follow on YouTube happen to be fans of Bubsy, which I thought was cool even if I don't like the games very much. I don't understand it myself. I really don't. The first game is, like, it's not good, but it's fine for what it is. The second one I have not played very much, nor have I felt very inclined to. I do have the Jaguar game, and that's, like, genuinely abysmal. It might be worse than this. And then... What the fuck? I just want a way to get to the fucking thing. Where's the... How do I get to the other stinking rocket? Where's the thing to this stupid bullshit? But yeah, like, then you have, like, this game, which is, like, kind of an incredible disaster. Then you have, like, years later, you have, the Woolly Strike Back, which is literally just, hey, do you, it's like, hey, Black Forest Games, we see that, you have, like, this really acclaimed, 2D platform with 3D graphics, Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams. And... But, like, it's just a reskin of Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams, but without the Twisted Dreams. So, it's like, what's the point? For the sake of time, I could say that thing you touched back there was a switch for the moving platforms. But, okay. How? I'm still without a way up. Are these flower things? Are these supposed to be? Are these weird trees? Are these supposed to be platforms? In which case, how do I get up there? I think I might just switch games. I think I might... Oh my god, yeah. I'm switching games. Fuck this. Fuck you, Bubsy. But yeah, like... Maybe the manual could help. Let's see, because I do have the manual. It's right here. Okay, you caught me. Bubsy's not really the second coming in household appliances, but he is a neato bobcat. Like, even the manual's like, okay, maybe this isn't the best thing in the world, but you know what? We tried. Okay, yeah. I mean, I turned the game off anyway. Check out the enclosed instruction book. Okay. Let's see. So, for the record, right next to me, I have a big stack of PS1 games. I have multiple stacks of N64 games. I have a Sega Saturn with a Saru cartridge loader that can run ROMs on it, which I got because Saturn games are way too expensive. So yeah, let's see, what else can we play? I don't think I have anything as amusingly crap as that, but We can see. We can spin that wheel. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I know what we're putting in. I know what we're putting in. It will be fine. Oh, okay. I think I might have found something more amusingly crap than Bubsy 3D, but I'll save that till after. Oh, LucasArts. What's this? Luna playing a Factor 5 game? Oh my god, perish the thought. But, oh yeah, so, Newman is bringing up, so, earlier today, David Logan was doing, for the record, David Logan is the guy who made the soundtrack for Pac-Man World 2.
In a deadly struggle for galactic supremacy.
And, he's been doing, live streams,
between them, the Zoltecs and Kratons, Mandalars and Telebes.
I hop into chat, someone in chat recognizes me, and brings up the old Blade Mountain remix I did like a decade ago. And then he notices that, and I'm like, oh no, like I was like so nervous. I'm like, please, no. Like, it's a decade old. Like, I can do a lot better now. And like, he did a fucking live reaction to it. And I was just like, ah! I was like freaking out. But yeah, this right here is Factor 5's first 3D game. It's like their first experiment with 3D before going into, or their first experiment for 3D for a full commercial game that's released chronologically. I'm making sense right now. I can words. But yeah, this was their first like legit 3D game before they did Rogue Squadron. Also, no, you cannot play this game on a PS3 because it will just be on this loading screen forever. Saving to this memory card will be impossible. I don't care. I imagine the music is done by Rudolf Stemper. This time around. Turn that shit up. Voice of the Void. Oh yeah. Alright. Play some Ball Blazer. Correct. One player free. So this is a Factor 5 game on PS1. Yeah, they made 2. This, which was their own creation based off of the original Ball Blazer. So like Ball Blazer was an early future sports game for like the old home computers, like the Atari 8-bit, the Commodore 64, whatnot. This is a sequel to that. Like basically like 15 years later. Okay, which one should I do? I'll pick the weird girl because I'm a weird girl. Weird girl energy. That's quite the pose there. I haven't played this game in a long time. Downgrade. I guess I have okay. really impressed with Factor 5's audio technique on N64. Yeah. Oh, they were insane. Even in non-Factor 5 games like Rugrats. Yeah. Because I was, before doing this stream, last night I played, I was playing some N64 games with Jackie, and she, oh, wait, I'm controlling the AI player and how they spend their money? Oh, that changes things, hang on. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna make them hilariously incompetent. Handling one, hell yeah. Okay. Next. Oh, so wait, both players have access to all of that. I'm stupid. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, I was like just going through N64 games with Jackie last night, and she just goes, "Man, Factor 5 are the D. Bradley Baker of the N64." And just like all the weird ways they pop up. Alright.
Here's the setup. Here they come.
Alright. Alright, how do I... Okay, up to accelerate. Okay, nope. Give me the funny ball. Yeah!
I love it!
Oh! No! I want the funny! Yes!
It's shot away.
Ooh. I like that, like, you back up really quick. Whoop. That genuinely does help you readjust. I wonder, can I play it in first person like the original? Alright, there we go.
Fantastic.
Also, when you have the ball, you're slower. That's interesting.
I want to see that again.
I want to see that again! Boop.
Goal! Launch back into play.
Like, for an early 3D game on the PS1, this looks pretty damn good. And also, like, it handles, like, it's like, yeah, it has tank controls, but, like, this, you're controlling vehicles, it kind of makes more sense for that. Come on. Yeah. Please. Yeah!
One more time.
Now for the ultimate question. Will you be buying Frogger's extra large treasure hunt
Great
for the
goal!
PS Triple?
Launcher launches it back to the field.
The textures are also pretty decently detailed and, like, they're pretty stable too. Like, yeah, obviously there's a little bit of warp, but it's not too egregious.
Spectacular goal! Unbelievable!
No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this.
That was a great point.
For your, like, first 3D game that they made, like... Oh wait, no. Fuck! I did... Own goal, shit. Oh, you can boost too, okay. Alright.
Puts the ball back in play. That was a great shot.
Yeah, no, when you
Let's
get the hang of this, like, this gets pretty...
Here we
Like,
go
it gets
again.
pretty zippy. I'm liking this. I'm liking this quite a bit.
The crowd.
Your opponent explodes!
Let's check the replay board. Here's the setup.
Okay.
Here they come.
I'll probably get too carried away with this. But, like... no, like... It's funny, too, because, like, I've heard, like, Julian Egebrecht in interviews, like, talk about, like, how, like, oh, like, it looks good for a PS1 game, but it sucks as a game. Julian, no, you guys did a good job. Stop being so hard on yourself, Julian. Your rival explode. Your head explode. because I will never not reference Homestar Runner when I have the chance. Is it the game I was thinking of? Ah, there it is. Tee-hee, it's time. Because someone referenced this game. Someone referenced it. We're in for a lol. We're in for a lol in XD. We're in for a funny time. Do you have any infograms in your lineup, and do they rock and roll? Infograms is entertainment. I love that song. It's so awful. I guess, like, that's also part of the thing, too, is, like, people get mad when I say, like, that I don't think a game or something is particularly good. But honestly, like, I fucking love bad games. I think we can learn a lot from them. Or at the very least, they can be good for a laugh. Again, it sounds like the shit they'd play at a kid's church. Yeah, it does. It's fucking time. It's fucking time. And it's done by the same developers. It's done by the same developers who did the Turrican Accolade ports. It was done by the Code Monkeys, not to be confused with the G4 show, which in hindsight was probably like the most watchable thing from G4. I've been thinking a lot about that clip in the episode where the video game crash happens and Game of Vision goes bust, and like Todd and Mary are like walking through the street and they see people like eating others and like, good, the zombie apocalypse has begun. No, man, they're just programmers looking for a free meal. Oh god. Oh, this controls so bad. It handles the physics. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is amazing. What up, Luna? Shrek Treasure Hunt on PS1. That's what's up. I bounce off of everything. And once you go down a path, you can't turn around. Oh, now that I try turning around, you just bounce off of it! I'm loving this. Oh my god, this is lovely. This is absolute dog shit. Even with its problem, is Shrek Extra Large better by default? Yes! Shrek Extra Large, like, it may not be like the best game. It's better than this. This is like just actually terrible. I remember in school, like, when I was in school, one of my classmates was telling me about the Shrek PS1 game. It follows the events of the movie. And he was like telling me about, I'm like, oh, does it have the dragon chase? He's like, you bet your ass it is the dragon chase. And like, and now I'm seeing what it's actually like, and it's like, no, he was lying. This was 2002, by the way, years after the movie, so I'm aware. And in some regions, the PS1 had a weirdly long life, especially in Europe, where it was more common and acceptable to have like two of your consoles out at once. One keep the one from your last gen going, and have that as like the low end budget option. Oh my god, this frame rate. Sub N64. I genuinely want to see someone make an indie game based off on this in particular. Horrific performance and play control too! Like, have it be like a joke unlockable. This is such horseshit. Okay, let's move on. Had enough aimless wandering. Enough. Shrek Extra Large was atrocious. But again, that... Like, can you call a game atrocious if, you charge ridiculously fast, you light your own farts on fire, and the resulting explosions propel you upwards? I think not. I think not. Alright. Oh. Alright. This one is going to be nostalgic for me. How was your Halloween? My Halloween was pretty uneventful. It didn't really do much. Yeah, you want to see some nostalgic PS1 bullshit for me, at the very least? So, like, as a kid, like, I didn't have either an N64 or PS1 growing up. Instead, I went over to friends' houses. And, like, friends and relatives, they had the N64 and PS1. And one friend I had back then, like, all of his games were, like, his parent, like, belonged to his dad, except for this one. This was, like, the only non-sports game that he had. So we just played it over and over again. Dibney, how's the mic? Oh, Luna, what's your favorite PS1 Namco Museum game? That's a good question. I just picked up Eternal Darkness and Chibi Robo on GameCube. I'm so excited. Congrats! No, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure which one is my favorite, honestly. Luna, don't you have a Switch too? No. A, I'm broke. B, like, so I was considering getting it for Mario Kart. However, one of my friends, Carl, who has appeared in videos before, he got one, and he was like, hey, want me to come over with it? I'm like, sure. And we played the new Mario Kart, and I thought, man, this is shit. Like, this is really badly structured and put together. Like, this is baffling. The game is a bit loud? Okay. I'll turn it down. Okay. That's me. Shit. Alright, I did the opposite. Oh, geez, no wonder why. Okay. How's that? But, yeah. We played around with some other things. We played the new, we played the new Fast Racing game, because I'm a big Shinen head. I love Shinen. Big fan of Manfred Linsner. And that was a bit better. I think I still might prefer, Fast RMX to it, but it was a good time. if I get a Switch 2, I'll definitely get that. The thing we spent the most time on, weirdly enough, the thing we spent the most time on was Switch 1 games. Like, the most exciting thing to me seeing on the Switch 2 was like, holy crap, Breath of the Wild running at 60 FPS? Got Donkey Kong Bonanza, and however I liked it. Yeah, this was before Bonanza came out, so I haven't had the chance to play Bonanza. But yeah, so like overall, like right now, my thoughts on the Switch 2 are pretty negative on the whole. Like right now, I just don't think it's worth it. I'm open to that changing. One of my peers told me Pac-Man Museum Plus runs better on Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, I'd believe that. I also think it's hilarious that Shadow Labyrinth apparently runs worse on the Switch 2 than it does the Switch 1. As if that game couldn't be any more confusingly bad. Klonoa Door to Phantom Isle is great. Klonoa 2 Luna... because Veil is even better. Yeah, no, I love those games. I don't have a physical copy of Klonoa 1 on PlayStation. I do have a physical copy of Klonoa 2, but we're sticking to 5th gen games right now. Alright. So yeah, this game is a little weird. So, this game is both like a corridor platformer, but it's also a race. You have to beat the boss to the destination. You have to beat the boss to the boss arena. If you do that, half of his health will be knocked down. If you don't do it in time, you can still beat the level, obviously, but the boss will be at full health. So you're incentivized to try to beat him at all costs. I think that's a neat idea. In practice, the game does get a bit formulaic. It does get pretty repetitive. There are some annoying gimmicks in some of the stages. And also the... like, yeah, there's also a bit of, like, artificial extension, which... not a fan of, but... like, I have such a soft spot for this game, because, again, like, I played this so much as a kid at my friend's house. So, like, this genuinely does bring back memories. That said, I also have a lot of memories for the Toy Story 2 game, which I didn't play the PS1 version as a kid. I played the N64 and PC versions as a kid. I probably played the PC version the most. And that game is excellent. I like the outlining on Buzz's model here. Yeah. It's got that, yeah, it's got that, like, kind of cel-shaded look to it. Toy Story 2 N64 is goated. Yeah, but like a lot of N64 games, it's better played on PlayStation. That's like one of my big gripes with the N64 is like okay, here's a good game on the N64. It's better, like, you have a better time playing it on anywhere other than the N64. And it's like, okay, in cases like, it's like, okay, but wait, look, Rayman... It's like, okay, look, Rayman 2 is better on N64 than PlayStation. Okay, cool, but... Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Here comes the Dreamcast version! Glover notwithstanding, yeah. I only have the N64 version of Glover, to be fair. I've never played the PS1 version. But it's like, okay, oh look, here's a game that's better on N64 than PlayStation. Cool. Uh-oh, Dreamcast. Wait, why am I saving? I didn't mean to save. I don't want to save. Please wait. No. What's the deal with the Dreamcast Toy Story 2? Yeah, oh my god. Dreamcast Toy Story 2 has really fucked up analog controls. You can't walk just straight ahead. You have to, like if you want to just go straight ahead, I think you have to use the D-pad for that. Like, it's really weird. N64 was hard to develop for at the time, but channels like Kaze Emmanuel show you could pull off some impressive stuff on the system when you understand its capability. Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, that's why I like Factor 5 games so much. Because, like, they really nailed that. And really, yeah, no, Factor 5 is kind of the weird exception where, like, it's like, okay, with Rogue Squadron, the N64 version is more polished than the PC version. It has more content. Like, yeah, you're running at a lower frame rate, but, like, it's solid. It doesn't drop endlessly, so it's perfectly doable on N64. I also love the music in this level. Sorry if I got distracted. Oh no! Oh! Traveler's Tales games from this era had really good original music. We'll definitely be playing the Toy Story 2 game. What was I saying, though? I completely lost track. Oh, yeah, Factor 5. On the N64. So, yeah, but, like, even when they ported Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, that's better on N64. And that was a 2-CD game that they crammed into a single N64 cartridge. Hot take, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius 2002 is not that bad. It's playable and rather fun in some instances. Ooh, that is a hot take. Juicy, even. We found our... Hey guys, we found ourselves an anthill enjoyer. Which honestly is based in its own right. I can't say I agree, but I commend. I mean, it's better than Lair, right? Oh. Okay, now you're trying to get under my skin? Just kidding. I also find it funny that apparently Disney and Pixar like fucking hate this show, and it's like, I mean, it's better. It was better than the fucking movie they did in 2019. When I got my Saturn, the first game I got was Tomb Raider. Nice. Okay, do I have the purple gun? No, I guess not. Okay, where's the power up for that? Do 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 do. Yeah, where is it? Alright. Well, I'm out of other options. I guess I'll just shoot. And hope for the best. Alright. Where'd she go? There you are. There you are, you little shit. Okay, yeah, the bullets just fly off. Or I guess not bullets, but lasers. Okay. Okay. Do I not have a weapon to switch to? Luna, how much of Pac-Man World 2 repack have you played? I've 100%ed it multiple times. Though at this point, I don't think that's particularly surprising. I beat both campaigns, but I'm still trying to beat all the missions. Yeah, some of them are really hard. I find it funny how they both react, like, they both, like, gave the... Like, okay, this is actually bothering me. Like, do I just not have the weapon, or... Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. What if I take the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just had to take the bounce pad that I was hesitant to use because you have to pay for it. Wait, by 100%, does that also mean all gold medals? Yes, gold medals factor into 100% completion. It's quite hard. How does it compare to the original, or would you rather save your thoughts for a potential standalone video? I would say, like, it's interesting because like, in a lot of ways, it's pretty surprisingly different from the original game, but I honestly welcome that. I like that, like, it's not just, like, a straight-up remake, that it does take creative liberties with it. I consider it to be, like, on even ground, basically. Oh, we're hitting the padding, people. We're hitting padding. We've hit the padding. All right, let's find XR's parts. I got the gold medal for the Talkman boss fight. If that counts for everything, that's really good. That's not an easy one. I mean, that's a hard fight in general. But, like, I find it funny because, like, the original game, too, like, it has a reputation for being hard to 100%. When you actually, like, just commit to doing it, it really isn't as hard as people would think. I think more people are just intimidated by it rather than, like, actually giving it much of a try. But here it's like, okay, they made it less intimidating. Excellent. They made it less of a zero-sum game. Like, you don't have to do everything at once. Like, so it's like, okay, they responded to the criticism, but they made it harder. And for me, that's a good thing. Yes, give me hard Blade Mountain. Give me hard mode Volcanic Panic. I'm fucking loving it. Alright, let's see. Where are the other parts? Oh, there's one. There's one more. Ah! There's XR himself, but where's the part? I'm running out of time. I must have missed it. Or maybe it includes XR himself? I don't know. Let's see. Depending on the area in a game, I have no problems backtracking to it for something. It depends on the kind of backtracking. I feel like in something that's, like, more purposefully built around it, like in something like Metroid Prime or, like, even Pac-Man World 1, like, I don't think it's fine. Like, I think that's fine. I think that works. But, like, there is a point where it's just, like, you're doing it's like when you have a game built around being thorough with the space, and you're encouraging people to do that, I have no issue. Where I have the issue is, like, we won't let you progress until you do, like, arbitrary stuff because otherwise the game is too short. It's like, at that point, I'd rather just have the short game. Like, I'll be completely honest. Because, like, effectively, it's like, okay, you have mission 1, or whatnot, a race, okay. The second, a time trial. And third, the most unique is collect all the items within a time limit, all through the same linear stage. So stuff like that, it's like, and it's like, a time trial is fine when, like, it encourages you to play the stage differently. But here the levels are a bit too basic to, really make that interesting. And the game, going from mission to mission, is already repetitive enough as it is. So yeah. So it's like, I've heard people, like, really bitch about that game. I have a soft spot for it. Is it as good as Toy Story 2? No. Like, I will readily admit that, even if I am very nostalgic for it. Pac-Man 3 can be a pain. The game is a steep difficulty spike curve, and it can be somewhat detrimental to the game itself. It's like, I like Pac-Man 3, it's pretty fun. I don't mind the combat, it's tolerable. I like the environments and the world building. I'll say this much. Like, I have a lot of problems with Pac-Man World 3. It's better than Shadow Labyrinth. Shadow Labyrinth is, like, in a lot of ways feels like a worse version of it. Let's see, what else do I have here? Let's see. Oh, fuck it. Let's play some Spyro 2. Yeah, I always found Pac-Man World 3 to be, like, easier than World 1 and 2. The thing I found more difficult was, like, finding, like, doing 100%, but not exactly for good reasons. At least Pac-Man World 3 was clearly trying. Also, what's a underrated line there? So she explained. I don't know what you're referring to. And oh, it is so adorable. Pac-Man just straight up killed him. Yeah, I do not like Pac-Man World 3's ending. It's so out of character. Alright. Accessing memory cards. Whoa. I guess I never got really far on this memory card. Oh well. YouTube might have removed it. What? Set the chat from top chat to all messages. Okay. Let's see. Fucking hell. Boop-a-doo. Sounds like when Pac-Man sucks up one of my power pellets in her vacuum. Apparently saying that in the Pac-Man official server will get you banned. Which is funny, because I always took that, like, really literally. I didn't even think about the possibility of that one being a euphemism. But I guess that was the writer's intention? The writing in that game is really weird. That said, I'm very happy that they brought Martin back for Repack 2. I'm really happy that it's like, okay, they did, like, the good faith thing of, like, it's like, okay, we're going to bring back Martin T. Sherman, like, the best voice Pac-Man has ever had, but, like, we'll have, characterization-wise, we're just going to have him be in character for Pac-Man, not whatever the hell Pac-Man World 3 was doing. Like, have him play as, like, the, like, airheaded good boy. I love the cutscene in the Clyde boss fight where, I even showed this in the Star Fox video. Oh, that is the same voice actor? Yeah, it is. I love it when like good clients like, "Oh, you all ready for an encore?" Like the ghosts are all cheering. Pac-Man just like he like looks around the room, kind of feels out the energy of the room, and just goes along with it. He's just cheering too. Like that's so silly. I love him. Problem with completion in Pac-Man 3 is there isn't any way to see what you've got in every level. I mean, there are the totals. Like you are given totals for everything except for the trading cards. The trading cards are absolutely bullshit. Oh, I didn't know that you streamed. Have you tried out Shadow Labyrinth? Oh, if only you knew. If only you knew. I 100%ed that piece of shit. I 100%ed it, like before the first patch rolled out. I recorded footage for it, for a video. I'm going to do, Repack 2 and Shadow Labyrinth in the same video. Right now I'm just waiting for, the patch that they announced for Shadow Labyrinth. Just to, be fair. And I'm also waiting for the Sonic DLC for Pac-Man. But yeah, like, I was frankly appalled with how badly designed Shadow Labyrinth was. Like, I'm, like, you know that, like, Malcolm in the Middle meme of, like, the little kid saying, like, or I guess he wasn't, like, a little kid. I haven't watched the show in ages, but it was, like, I expected nothing and I'm still let down. That's how I feel about Shadow Labyrinth. I expected nothing and I was still let down. And, like, Jackie, like, when it came out, like, Jackie listened to me rant about it. And she thought, like, I was being hyperbolic. And then she fucking, like, she came up, she played it herself, and then she was like, oh my god. It's even worse! How is it worse than you were making it out to be? Also, yes, Sochi, it very much does. But yeah, Shadow Labyrinth was a new low. Yeah, it was very painful. I loved the premise, but the level design felt procedurally generated, yeah. Like, also the mazes were god-awful. Like, trying to get, like, the new Space Order ranks in all of them was a fucking nightmare. It was absolute dog shit. It was yet more evidence of, like, it's like, okay, if you're playing a new Pac-Man game and you see developed by Bandai Namco Studios, you run. Pac-Man is that weird series where you're hoping it got outsourced to some, like, small Western studio somewhere. Or hell, like, or even just a smaller studio, period. Like, Now Pro has been really kicking ass. Yeah, the atrocious mazes were the reason I'm not bothering. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, genuinely, like, it makes me want to... My beloved... And they made that Miss Pac-Man NES port that many disliked. Did they really? It's me, I like Now Pro's Miss Pac. Yeah, I didn't know it was disliked. I'm those weirdos who love the maze, but I completely get why people hate it. The controls are very bad. I also think, like, the gameplay loop and just it's really badly thought out, and like all the ways they tried to make it work, it's just band-aids. Like it falls apart like so fucking easily. And again, I did it pre-patch, so that's when you like the game would still like randomly spawn you into the floor, and you would take damage and lose lives, and therefore you wouldn't be able to get the new space order. Like, it controls badly, it's poorly thought out, it's like case in point as to why like I genuinely hope they never make another game in the style of Championship Edition, a la like 2 onwards. Championship Edition should have like ended with DX. Like, go off on that high note. They've never been able to top it. Yet they keep trying to. Like, they learned the wrong lessons from DX. Yeah, my only critique is the mazes after the arcade ones are bad. But thankfully there's less of them, unlike Tengen's strange maze mode. Oh. Alright. Alright. It's sad how Namco doesn't know how to modernize the maze formula. Yeah, after playing DX, I don't think I'll ever go back to CE2. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Oh wait, there's gems back there. But it's like, it's amazing. Like, the mazes in Shadow Labyrinth, it's like everything wrong with CE2, like, turned up to 11. They learned nothing. Like, they absolutely learned nothing. Alright, we got those ones. I don't know if that's a testament to how good DX is or how bad CE2 is. I'm going with both. I'm going with both, too. I think both is genuinely a fair statement. Also, it's getting dark in here, so I'm going to turn on more lights, I think. That way my eyes don't, like, shrivel up as I'm sitting here. Alright, there we go. Boop-a-doo. Alright, where did I put the controller? There's the controller. Teehee. On a more positive note, what's your favorite World 2 repack costume? I really like the Pac-Land one. In the playthrough I started for recording footage, I decided that it'd be fun to use the Pac-Land costume for all of the worlds on Pac-Land, but then for when you go into the ocean onwards, have it be... Shit, okay. Alright. I failed to cheese it. But yeah, like, I really like that one. I also like the ones that are... I've also used the ones that are trans-colored. Just a perfect example. It's like, do they know? You know, it makes sense why I like this SL Maze, because I loved CE2. Well, good for you. I'm not gonna, like... I can dispute game design decisions, but I can't dispute someone just saying I liked it. Like, you are, like, that's completely fine and welcome. And I genuinely hate it when people, like, try to just, like, no, it's like, no, you can't enjoy something if I have issues with it. Like, it's like, that's not the point. Like, that's really not the fucking point of bringing up game design issues with shit. Alright, let me up there. There we go. You can't enjoy something when I have issues with the Mario community regarding the Koopalings. I think it just... I guess that's the other thing, too. Like, Nintendo fans in particular are really elitist. Like, really elitist. Which is funny, too, because they don't know anything. Like, they try to be, like, the... Like, they try to be, and way too often succeed at, like, being, like... the voice of gaming, but, like, they... It is remarkable how, like, stupid it can be. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect, really. The less you know about something, the louder you are going to be about it. That said, I do think the Koopalings overstate their welcome in, like, New Super Mario Bros. Wii onwards for a little bit. I wouldn't mind them showing it back up every now and then, but they were a bit overexposed for a while. But if someone enjoys them, I'm not going to go like... I love hearing criticisms of video games in general. I'm scared of the Sonic fanbase because it feels like if you say anything, they jump at you. Yes! That sort of thing. Like, I hate that kind of shit. Let's see. I'm gonna take this from a diehard Roy Koopa fan that said, my opinion on New Super Mario Bros. Wii to U has soured due to the bad treatment of the Koopaling bosses, but there are other issues the games have. That is completely fair.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press him.
I know how to aim. Give me that rock. But no, like, something I try to do, and this is something I tried to do in the Star Fox video I just did, because a pretty big chunk of that video was both criticizing Star Fox 64, because I genuinely don't think that game is very good, and also, like, criticizing Nintendo in general, or whatnot. Like, my point in doing that was not to make people feel bad for enjoying something, because that should never be the point. This is probably why I don't get a whole lot of views on YouTube, is like, because I try not to be inflammatory. I, like, deliberately try to avoid that, even in cases where I could be. But yeah, so it's like, and something I also try to do is, like, I mean, on top of just not being as toxic about it as people can be, with, like, I don't want to make what you like is bad content. That should never be the point. But yeah, on top of that, it's also like I feel like when you have like a controversial take or a controversial opinion, it's something you should start with the support for your arguments before building up to the conclusion. That way, before you say like anything, like they can see where you're coming from.
Hey, you saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings popped in here yet.
I'm a far more casual Sonic fan for a reason. That's fair. I guess the other thing too is like I do not engage with fandoms. Like I stay the fuck away from fandom circles. And like in the past I've had people let's see. As you said in 2015, you should come to your opinion gradually. I don't remember saying that, but I still hold to that. I still agree with that statement that you should build to your conclusion organically instead of approaching it backwards like a lot of people do. But yeah, I genuinely, and like I've had people ask me like, why don't you like, why aren't you in like more fan servers? Why aren't you like doing more like fandom stuff? It's fun. Why are you doing it? And then like when Jackie got more into Star Wars, she started watching videos kind of documenting like the fan discourse over the years, and she like sent one of them to me and she's like, oh my god, is this what you've had to put up with? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my god. And I'm like, do you see now why I avoid fandoms? And she's like, yes. Because like, yeah, that's so yeah, no, like now like when people ask me like, oh, why aren't you like in more like in fandoms of like things you like or whatever, it's like that's like my answer is always, I'm a Star Wars fan. And that and usually I do not need to reiterate. I don't need to go into more detail because I fucking love Star Wars. Star Wars is like one of my favorite things ever, and like people like go out of their way to make talking about it just an absolute nightmare. And that's not a new thing. They've been doing this for like ages. Alright. Okay. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get enough gems in order to pay off money bags. Also, for the record, this is my favorite Spyro game. I know that's not a hot take. I know that is like the common consensus, but still, this is easily my favorite. See, I don't always have controversial takes. I just usually make videos when I do because I feel like I have more to contribute to the conversation. If I'm just saying something that everyone else has already said, there's no need for me to make the video. The points have already been made. Like, people have said, like, oh, wow, the ambient sound in the hubs for Spyro 2 are so good. It's like, yeah, they are. They're genuinely, like, I don't have much to contribute. I don't have much original thoughts to say. So it's like, yeah, if you're wondering why I never made, like, a Spyro video or whatever, it's because, like, there's not, like, it wouldn't be interesting. You wouldn't get anything out of it that you wouldn't already get from watching someone else's video about it. When I feel like I have something I can actually contribute, that's when I make the video. Yeah, let's see. Alright, let me read the chat again. Okay. Trust me, if a hardcore Sonic fan knew I liked Sonic 06, they would burn me at the stake. Lampat Scott, I like 06 too. Oh. In fact, 3D, like, my favorite 3D Sonic is the fan remake of '06. Like, it's not even close. It's like, yeah, bullying the child actor who played Anakin Skywalker in the VA for Jar Jar definitely, yeah, no, that shit was fucked up. I think Star Fox 64 being as easy as it is could be a result of either Nintendo EAD being inexperienced with making rail shooters or focused testing demand they make the game for inexperienced players. I'm not sure if I buy the focus testing so much as I do, but I do think like they were definitely inexperienced with making rail shooters, first of all, and secondly, I think the idea of catering the game from inexperienced players probably drove some of those design decisions, focus testing or not. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys haven't played Chaos X's PO6, do yourself a favor and promptly get on that shit. It's really good. Because, like, '06 is the weird kind of bad game where, like, the general game design is actually really good. It's just really unpolished because they did not have time. But they had the right idea for, like, a lot of things. Like, they had a damn good path that they set out for evolving the adventure formula, especially with the level design. But, like, it just didn't get a chance to shine because it was, like, it was buried under just sheer lack of polish. But now that someone has, like, gone back and it's like, okay, here's Sonic 06, but now it's polished. Holy crap, this is amazing! And it kind of, like, it really goes to show that, like, yeah, they did have the right idea there. Mephiles is one of the greatest Sonic antagonists of all time, and the game really had so much. I really need to play PO6. You do! Yeah, exactly, Lampat Scott. The level design is great, but people look at the bugs and glitches only. Potential man has evolved into reality man. But yeah, like, PO6, like, it leaves, like, the level design largely intact. What it does is, like, okay, Sonic, and the others, like, the physics and controls are more like the adventure games, but more polished. And, like, it's like, now it's like, oh my god, this is, like, some of the best 3D Sonic to ever 3D Sonic. Alright, should I do Colossus, or should I do the other? Well, first let me see how much money I need.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
500. Ooh, I'm not even that far off. Do I do Colossus or Idle Springs? I mean, Idle Springs is right here. I might as well. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's stupid because I don't know how to swim yet. And there's the paths that are blocked off to it. No, I'm doing Colossus. I'm doing fucking Colossus. I forgot about the fucking pool. Alright, time for some Yeti hockey. Oh, it's looking at the thing not increasing so funny. Alright. Alright. Okay, there we go. Let's see. What's the general consensus on Spyro 3? Also, any Legend of Spyro fans in here? Oh, Luna, do you have Frogger 2? I have Frogger 2 on Dreamcast. So that falls a bit outside of our wheelhouse right now.
They concentrate.
Oh, I. I would consider Dreamcast 5th gen personally, but it's yours, Dream. The Dreamcast is weird because it absolutely is a 6th gen machine. However, because it came so early into it, it has a lot of 5th gen ports. But like in the same breath, just because the GameCube has Animal Crossing and like Resident Evil 2 on it, that doesn't make it any less 6th gen, even if it does have some re-releases of prior gen games. Like obviously that takes up more of the Dreamcast's library than it does the GameCube's, especially in terms of multi-platform games.
Enemies like those, yeah.
So it's kind of like a weird in-between, I guess. It was a 6th gen console that mostly existed during the like late 5th. It's kind of like the Switch in that regard. Alright, well, at least I know how to at least I can afford to learn how to swim. Alright, there we go. Boop-a-doo. Alright, let's got everything in here. Alright, fucking hell.
Hey, look what I can do.
He's so enthusiastic. He's so enthusiastic to show you that he can Wow. Alright, there we go. Alright. I had a terrible idea. What if back in the 80s, Kid Stuff released an LP that was basically just the premise of Pac-Man World 2? Why would you suggest such a thing? Why would you put that mental image in my head? Why would you do that? That's evil. That's cruel. And Professor Pac was instead that stuttering mayor. Oh my god. I want to trade! I want to trade!
Remember Hunter's advice?
Those records. Those goddamn records. Okay. Alright. Does that penguin count? Fuck you, penguin. This isn't Penguin Adventure for the MSX. Or whatever it was called. I forget. Ah, shoot! I fell down. I fell down. Oh. I should probably... You know what? I should probably switch more games. I've been playing PS1 for a while. I should probably switch to N64 at some point. But at the same time, the PS1 is my favorite 5th gen console, so it probably wasn't the smartest to pick with because I could play the PS1 for a while before getting bored. You know what? We'll switch to the Saturn. Let's switch to the Saturn, because I imagine that's what I'd spend the least time with. Alright. I actually want to get one of those cursed Pac-Man records, especially the one where Miss Pac sings about her husband not paying any attention to her. Jesus Christ. Saturn away. PS1 and Dreamcast had some of the best. Yeah. Oh. Alright. Let's see. Select game. So this ROM cartridge, most of it was already there. I did delete some games, then put some others on. Let's see. I mean, we were talking about Sonic earlier, so. Oh, why not? Oh, ah! You can't stop me. You cannot stop what has begun. Alright, let's see. Grand Prix. Select your Snoik. Alright. I played Sonic on the Sonic Gems collection. Yeah, that's how I'm more familiar with playing it. And my muscle memory is not working. I need to readjust. Oh my god, I have 0 rings. Or now I have 4. 5 even! Holy shit! Whoa, dude, you got 11 rings! Whoa, dude, you got 11 rings. That's so fucking epic! I don't know why that's what I did with the voice, but you can't take it back. I can video games. You better believe that I can video games. Oh! Oh no! Okay, that's not the one I need. Alright. Am I going to try to get the Emmer dude even though my muscle memory is completely failing me? Perhaps. Probably. There's nothing for me to do! It makes me feel brand new! Okay, come on, get in there, get in there, get in there, you piece of shit. Get that emerald, hell yeah! Can you feel me, Miss Sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? You got Chaos Emeralds. Alright. Let's play. Alright. We got Resort Island, let's do Radical City. But yeah, so something I like to do when getting into a new software library that I'm previously not that familiar with, and the Saturn, like I've had a Saturn for years. It's just like collecting for the thing is like really expensive. So like I never went for things like Clockwork Knight or like a lot of the more famous games, because like even before COVID, like it was really hard to get really hard to get a hold of them. Okay, don't have enough yet. Keep that dream alive. Oh, come on, get up there, you silly. And also, like, I knew that Saturn emulation was famously not the best. Also, damn it, I spent all my damn rings. So when getting into a software library that I'm previously, like, unfamiliar with, I like to know those, like, videos of, like, here's every game for this platform. I like to look through those. I like to watch through just the entire thing and see, like, what catches my eye. Oh my god. Where the... Oh, okay. I'm surprised I'm still in second place. 5, okay. Get that Sonic coin. I forget what they do. Oh, there's Nucleus. Ah. Alright. Ooh, open! I don't remember opening that. To be found. Alright. No, no, get that, you stupid tank controlling. Come on, turn around! Turn! No, not into a dead end! Oh! Can I beat Nucleus? I need to beat Nucleus. I really need to beat Nucleus. There he is. Alright. Hey! In the city! There we go, hell yeah. Let's see. Message retracted. Wow. I didn't know mobile Pac-Man. Alright. Let's exit that shit. Alright. Two courses down. Regal Ruin.
Ready, set, go!
Okay. Oh. I need more rings before I can go in there. And also probably be better to amass more of a lead. Ah! Oh god. Die, big boy. Oh my god, come on. Gain time. Do another world. Oh, I had enough rings from the off because I'm an idiot. Okay. I got another Emmer dude. Oh my god. Ah, get up there. Alright, come on. Okay, good. Yeah, baby. Alright, back in second place. I can live with that. Alright. As long as I'm in first at the end. Because otherwise it'll take away my Emmer dude. I can't have them take away my Emmer dude. There we go. Okay. Sorry if I'm not reading chat. I'm also just trying to... I'm just trying to get first in every race. Okay. I'm going to start calling them intestinal tract Gebel design. Alright, there we go. We got 3. We got 3 Emmer dudes. Hell yeah, we got some Emmer dudes. Alright, now reactive factory, because we have to have all of them use R as the first letter in the title. Sonic R requires utmost concentration. I mean, if you're a filthy casual like me, I imagine if you've played this game front and back a million times and are absolutely dedicated to Sonic R of all games, you could do this in your sleep. But like, I do not fall under that category. Let's see, the way you are meant to control the game is to hold forward and use the shoulder buttons. That's largely what I've been doing. It's just like, again, I've been playing the game, most of how I've played the game is on GameCube. And my muscle memory that I've built up with that no longer works. It feels weirdly different, and I don't know how much of that is the controller and how much of that is just, like, does the game function differently? I don't know. But, like, either way, my muscle memory is fucked. Oh, I'm in 5th. Oh, that's great. We must get the Emmer dudes to beat the Titans. Is that, like, that Sonic Frontiers? We gotta get the Emmer dudes that are actually aliens. Yeah, again, that's what I have been doing largely. Of course, when it comes to like sections like that, like I have been holding up. Okay, I'm I am starting that over. But yeah, like that's largely what I've been doing. Okay.
Ready, set, go!
Alright. Oh, excellent. Oh, that's gonna be handy. Hell yeah. Yes, rings, come to me.
Shadow, get me the Emmer dudes and delivered them to me as promised.
I can't do that voice for too long, otherwise I'll be in like a horrible coughing fit. Ah! Oh my god, I am... Hey Shadow, it's me, the devil, you know, from the Bible. I haven't watched that one in a minute, but it got a good laugh out of me. Also, alright. It's okay, I had the fucking... Okay. The thing open. Okay. Yes, Emmer dude, come to me! Hell yeah. Jesus Christ, why am I in fourth? That did not take long. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Thankfully, I got the thingy. Oh, okay. I regained my ground surprisingly quickly. Then again, I lost my ground very quickly, so I guess that tracks. Oh. Hey, what? Huh? I love invisible walls. They're so funny. Make it real. Oh my god. Make it real. Got to make it real. Oh my god. Come on. Stop bouncing off of the walls like a motherfucker and beat Nucleus. No, he finished! Shit! My hammer, dude! This game got that Gobi Gleb control. Glebem control. Wonky collision strikes again, I see. Yes! Absolutely. I won't have anything less.
At top speeds, the outside world whizzes past you. Using your skill and special techniques, push yourself to the limit.
What? This has that narration? What? Since when? The fuck was that? Okay, retry. Okay. This time I will get the Ember Dude and I will get first place. You can't stop me, low poly nucleus. Newman, I still don't know what that means. Oh my god! Okay, no. No! Okay, I'm done. I'm fucking done with that shit. Alright, let's see. You're just saying nonsense. Alright, let's see. Let's play Sonic Jam. Let's play Sonic Adventure Prototype with no momentum. Whoa, Sonic World! Oop. Alright, there we go. Oh my goodness. Look, everyone, it is him. It is the funny man. What? Didn't mean to do that. Okay. 20 rings. Okay. I can do that. Alright. Yeah, hit that checkpoint. I don't know what it's there for, other than aesthetics, but I approve. Okay. I did the thing. I got the 20 rings within the allotted time. Let's go back and see what else we can have. Okay, there we go. Finish? What do you mean finish? Oh, it includes getting back in time. Okay. I see. 3 red points. Does it mean checkpoints? So they do have a purpose. 1? Yep, okay. Oh, you can't get away from me, motherfucker. Where's the third one? Where's the third? Doesn't help that I can't see what's in front of my ass. Oh, there it is. Hooray! Now I can see what's in front of my ass. Come on. There we go. Nightmare. Okay, let's go. Suggested if you like ciphering R-Type Delta. I haven't played that one in a minute. 50 rings. Ooh, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Oh my god. Tell me more. Tell me more about your 50 rings. Oh my goodness, 50. That's a lot of onion rings. Perfect for your eyebrows. Lather them. Lather your eyebrows in onion rings. Where is... Okay. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Get back there. Get to the thing. Get to the fucking thing. There. Yay! Onion blings. Wow. Touch my... No. That's where I draw the line. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Got Alien Trilogy. Got Panzer Dragoon Saga. Alright. Hopefully this will be more wholesome. Kids, you're not important. You're not cool. You're dumb. No one likes you. You have a problem learning how to read. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's too bad. This is how I feel after the last Sonic World prompt. Someone said, they tell me to touch Miles, I say, help. I need an adult. So, what do? First, you drink liquor. Oh, so that's Walrus Guy? No wonder that sounded vaguely familiar. Walrus Guy, oh, that takes me back. I forget if I've ever mentioned this, but that's how I practiced my Mario impression. Was by doing like in middle school by reenacting, like, Mario, go fish! Oh, you've got to be a fucking with me. Mario's got to pass gas. Mario, go fish! You go to hell! You suck! Oh, Mario's got to pass gas again! We're both fucked! Looks like Mario leak on you! Hee hee! That's a going on line. Why is it a guilty pleasure? This... Like, is it Sonic 3 and Knuckles? No, but it's fine. I like the presentation. Like... I prefer the Genesis version's soundtrack, but I like how this looks. I really like how this game looks. I like all the animated elements. Okie dokie, get ready to move your penis. Oh, hey, Nucleus. Yeah, take my money. Here we go, the best take on the dreaded half-pipe. Unlike the Genesis version of Sonic 2, oh my god, this actually runs at a frame rate. Holy shit. I actually can see what's happening. Whoa. And then in later ones, they add verticality to these. Like, there's like upper routes and shit. And like, they play around more with how this stuff, like, it's like, these are cool. I like these. And I hate the half pipe in Sonic 2. Ooh. Whoop. The only half-pipe special stages I liked were the ones in Heroes. But that wasn't a half-pipe, that was a whole pipe! You were just in a pipe in that one. Guilty Gear 1 is a fighting game that you want to play until you play it. I've only played Strive, if I recall correctly. Come on, there we go. Ah! Snoik, you dropped your fucking birds! Oh wait, I'm still missing one. Oh, there. Okay, that didn't take long. Come on. I love losing traction. It's my favorite feature in any Sonic game. It reminds me of the war. I heard you're supposed to hold the boost button. Yeah, because like it flashes, so like as a kid I thought you were meant to like mash it, that you were supposed to hit it like either like repeatedly or rhythmically or something. But then when I heard like, oh yeah, you just hold it. Like that was like one of those things where I was really angry. I was so just like, are you fucking kidding me? It was one of those moments. I'm just running into everything right now. There we go. Flipped keys. Let's see. Guilty Gear's most balanced character is Potemkin or Potemkin. The fucking grappler, and he's the worst one in the game. Alrighty. That's Snoik 3D Blamst. I seriously considered adding Sonic Heroes to my GameCube collection. Is it worth it? Sonic Heroes is a weird game for me because like that was the first 3D Sonic game I like actually played as a kid, and like even as a kid I was like, I guess this is all right, but playing it as an adult, it's like I have fond memories and nostalgia for it, even though even as a kid I didn't think it was like the best thing ever. But then like whenever I go back and play it, it's like you can tell what happened behind the scenes. You can really tell. like, you can tell that, like, okay, yeah, there were 2 level designers at the start, and then as the development went on, it was just Takashi Tezuka, I mean, because the other one fell ill, and he drove himself, like, he nearly killed himself making that game, because he, like, slaved away at it so hard, and it's like, yeah, no, like, the appreciation, like, that's, like, that should be recognized, but also, like, the level design does seriously just go to shit. Alright, yeah, let's play some Galaxy Force. Yeah. Got some Galaxy Force. Whoa. Ah. Where are the sound effects? Did I turn them off? That sounds like the kind of stupid shit I would do. Do you think Shadow the Hedgehog has better or worse design than Heroes? That's a good question. I think... in some ways, I think they balance each other out. I think there are things that Shadow is better at, but then there are also things like Lost Colony. Lost Colony. I don't have, like, a clear-cut answer. There are stages in that game I do like, though, but then there are stages in Heroes that I enjoy, so... I guess that's the thing about Sonic games or whatnot. A lot of the time, there's at least, like, a couple of stages. Like, even if the game is, like, bad, there's usually, like, a couple of stages that are pretty fun. Yeah, where are the sound effects? Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, I forgot. L is speed up, R is brake. I'm used to it the other way around because I'm... It's like, what, the Rogue Squadron fan holds... holds R to accelerate and L to brake? Oh my god. Which is not fair to this? No. Wow. Wow, it's what Solar was trying to be. Oof. Okay. There you go. Oh! Whoop. Ah! Game over! I lose! It's not Tuesday, Patrick. Tartar sauce! Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Let's see what else we got in here. Alright, do you know what? Fuck it, let's do, Saturn, Symphony of the Night. Hello, so... Little... The Konami logo, it is funny walking man. Seeing that a lot, True Motion is a registered trademark of the Duck Corporation. gotta have the Duck Corporation. Like, come on, dude. Alright. No, I want... Alright. Flimbo! Alright. Time to play as Maria with her hilariously broken moveset. Alright. Alright. Okay, that's it. Okay. Ooh. I love this. Okay. Death cannot come for Maria. She's too OP. Never nerf. No, I only wanted for you to leave. Alright, come on. Oh, okay. But yeah, for the record, you don't have a double jump, you have a triple jump. Alright, let me see if I could do the funny. Alright. Ah, shit. Alright, hang on. If I don't get it, like, in the first couple of tries, I won't do it. But I have a funny way of trying to get on top. Or, like, up that hole. Okay. One more try. Okay. Alright. I'll leave it for now. The worst game reviews tend to take one kind of bad part and blow it out of proportion. Yeah. That said, if it's like a more systemic issue, then it should be acknowledged. And I also feel when talking about a more systemic issue, I feel like you don't need to bring up every example. Should you base your critique on there being more than one example? Of course. But if there's a point in the game that's a very apt demonstration of the issue you're referring to, then I think that's fair. Alright. I love just how ridiculously overpowered she is. Yes, lag the game. Yeah, give me that life juice. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Oh! Alright. Oh! Come on. There we go. Alright, come on. Boop-a-doop. Alright, let's see. Where am I in the house? Okay. Okay. But wait a minute. Okay. Alright. I'll continue going this way for now. I don't have, like, the entire layout memorized. Okay, I'm going to go back. As much as I love the Marble Gallery music. And again, I like the music in this game in general, so I guess that doesn't really say that much. Okay, let's see. Oh! There we go. Alright. I want to get into the chapel. Ooh, boy, my bouncy ball. Hell yeah! There we go. Get bounced. I'm the bouncer. I'm currently playing Sonic Heroes on PS2! Why are you playing it on PS2? Do you enjoy pain and suffering? Luna, what is your favorite Professor Pack quote? Come on in, my dear! Mostly because my girlfriend and I have done that in silly ways. Maybe that's the only version of the game they own. That is fair. That is fair, but it's also like the version you avoid. Teehee, I don't need anything extra to go through blue doors. Get wrecked, Alucard. I play the PS2 because that is the version of the game that was cheaper. That is fair. Yeah, GameCube games unfortunately tend to be more expensive. Very tragically. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. I think it's needless to say that while I'm somewhat familiar with this game, I have beaten it before. I don't have it I don't have a photographic memory of the layout of the castle, and I do know that this version does have unique areas, despite it being widely regarded as the less polished port. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there we go. should probably find a save point somewhere. Alright. I wonder, is that one in that bottom area? I know there's like one room that's like a confessional where... Yeah, the confessional where if you sit there and wait for the ghosts to tell you their sins, they just hurt you. Alright, let's see. Nope, nada. Okay. Did I miss a room? No, not there anyway. Alright. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-dee, boop-a-doo, boop-a-dee. Ah! No! Almost sounded like Hamsar there. Ah! I think I won the Powerball. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's why I didn't go further in it. The GameCube version for sale on my local retro game store. I did not buy it because I already have the game on PS2. Why would I buy it again? Don't look in the corner of Sonic Adventure 1. What, do you have a bunch of versions of Sonic Adventure 1? In which case, same. Dreamcast version is best. Eep. Eep. Get fucking bounced. The Saturn is not liking this. It's almost like the game was designed for PlayStation. Which makes sense because it was the more commercially viable platform. That said, this mode is fucking hilarious. Ah! Oh no, I am close to dying. Please. Just. Oh, fuck! I didn't save. I didn't save. I didn't save. I would like to reiterate. I didn't save. Oh well. Oh, okay, let's see. Boop-a-doo. Oh! Oh, this is some chef's kiss diarrhea. Fuck yes. This game sucks. Brought to you by the Echo the Dolphin people. Whoa. Whoa, airplane guy is looking at the wireframes. Oh no, a missile. Oh no, he's bombing. And oh no, he got shot down by a missile. Oh my goodness, explosions. That's the story of this game. An airplane exploded. Wow. Yeah, fuck yeah. Alright, let's go, Ray. Alright. Like, this is the weird thing about this game. I feel like when it comes to adapting Contra into 3D, basing it on the overhead stages is a good idea. And it's like, okay, it runs well. What's the issue. Delay. You don't jump when you hit the jump button. He does the crouch animation first. Yeah, it's more informal that way. But yeah, I'm going to do. Hey God, that's it. Oh shit. Okay, fuck. But yeah, it is that delayed. Because you gotta wait for the fucking animation. But you're gonna have controls that delayed in Contra. In fucking Contra. So it's like, oh, I'm being shot at. I better jump out of the way. But then, because you crouch first, you can't get out of the way. I like to call this, because it's like, oh, no, but wait. Like, we can't have you jump right away. It would ruin the animation. We paid a lot of money for that crouch. We worked hard on that crouch animation, goddammit. I like to call this the Shadow Labyrinth problem, except there it's even worse because everything's fucking tweened. Did Legacy of War get a release on the Saturn? Yeah, it did. I'm playing the Saturn version. There it goes. We pay $9 for this? But I find this game very funny. It's on one hand, it's a shame. Because, like, I feel like the base idea for how they were hoping to adapt it into 3D, I think it was a good idea. But in something like Contra, you really want to be able to reliably move when you're being shot at. Hardcore and Hardcore Uprising are awesome. I believe this is an EverDrive equivalent disc for the Saturn. Not quite. It's not a disc. Ah! It's a cartridge. Get your frickin' facts straight. Get your fucking facts straight. I have seen 12 men. Alright, let's play some fucking, where is it? Where is Panzer Dragoon? There we go. Let's play some Panzer. Thousands of years have passed. I know this is PS1, but yeah, this isn't PS1. This is Saturn. Panzer Dragoon didn't come out on the PS1. Why is it that expensive? Because Saturn. Everything is more expensive on the Saturn. Everything is chrome in the future. Alright, where are those bastards? Up, there we go. This game genuinely looks gorgeous. Like, this game is, like, absolutely beautiful. Go. This music too is so good. There we go. Yeah, the remake changed the style of the visuals like completely. I haven't played the remake in a long time, but it does not have the same vibe or charm. Which is kind of a shame considering, like, that's a huge part of the appeal to this game. Alright. It's gonna be boss time. Boss time. Alright, all the party people are down. Let's get that turret. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, no, it still can deliver missiles. Alright. Alright, come on. Okay. It's gonna start shooting missiles. It's gonna start shooting missiles. Alright, come on. There we go. Oh shit, I didn't mean to press the shoulder button. Aye! Hey! Ah, come on. Get that thing. Ah, there we go. Alright, how did I do? Did I get 100%? Did I get the funny number? Please say yes. Shit, what did I miss? I missed 2 enemies. You see, Star Fox 64, this is how you do it. You tell people what you tell people what you tell people that shit. If you want to like incentivize like the player to like actively search for enemies instead of just like dodging them constantly, like yeah, this is how you do it. You incentivize that stuff instead of just not, or having the actual incentives be just something that the game also doesn't tell you, because game design. Ah! Alright. I'm not going to try to get 100% for this one. I already got 2 credits from the last one. I think I'm good for a bit. I haven't died once yet. Okay. Yep, hello. Okay. Oh boy. But yeah, I think I'll switch to N64 in a bit. Could always do another stream like this. I'm obviously not going to get to every Saturn game. Of note. What N64 game would you like me to play? I love my Saturn, but I question why I do get a Saturn sometimes. It's a good system. There are good games on it. The problem is it's really hard to get them because they're really pricey, which is why I got the cartridge in the first place. It's like, okay, there's no way I'm getting like an actual there's no way I'm getting an actual copy of these things. Oh. Oh boy. Ah! Alright, I think I've been Saturned out a little bit. Play Star Wars Rogue Squadron. You don't need to tell me twice. Alright, I will be right back. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and then we'll have some Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Wow. But yeah, I'll be right back. As soon as I can figure out how to turn the camera off. I see the audio. Where's the video? Where's the video capture device? There it is. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Alright, ready up. I've got my Rogue Squadron cartridge right here. Do the old switcheroo. There we go. And there we go. The manual for Star Fox 64 tells you what the score requirement region. But if your argument that if it should be in the game proper, that's fair. Yeah, no, that is what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have the. I still don't have the manual. I never had access to the manual. So therefore, I can't even verify. But alright, let's start a new file. I will also call this one gay. Gay. Oh yes. That is me. Your videos are a breath of fresh air for me because everyone says the same thing for every game I look at. Yeah, like I don't really set out to be like contrarian or anything, but if I have a different viewpoint, like I will say it. Because that's just how I work. I don't want to just, you know, just say the same thing everyone else is saying. If I have something different to, if I feel like I have something to contribute, then I'll open my mouth. And I also feel that there's a lot of misinformation online, especially in the gaming sphere.
Good morning, Wedge.
So,
the rest of Rogue
like,
Squadron is still
yeah.
back at base, but I thought we could take an early morning run for Beggar's Canyon.
Let's go to Beggar's Canyon. Except no, that's not until later.
Luke, I think we've got a problem.
Imperial probe droids dead ahead. They're attacking homesteads. I played this game way too much. There we go. Hang on, let me see. Hey Luna, what's up? How are you? I'm such a huge fan. I loved your channel since your weird GameCube videos. Most Nintendo fans tend not to try other games. That is true.
Protect the homestead.
That sort of thing is why I think reading the manual or looking for a scan of online is important before any play, especially for old school games. I also feel though that, like, yes, on one hand that is true. I do feel like, though, like, there are better ways. Like, despite what the completionist said, like, the Rogue Squadron manual doesn't tell you anything that you can't already infer by just playing the game. And also, like, as a further explanation of that point, like, does it tell you, like, where the secret hidey holes are in Corneria? Does it tell you where, like, the secret spawn points that are basically vital to reaching those targets? I mean, I guess I'll have to look it up myself afterwards.
Maintain visual scanning.
the fuck? Okay. Go. Yeah, baby. Destroy that TIE bomber. There we go. I'm doing a lot of Star Fox Command. Star Fox Command is pretty fun. I enjoyed that one. Alright, got a gold medal. First try. Excellent. Now let's move on to Barkesh. How have you been lately?
One of our shuttles will rendezvous with a small convoy from local resistance on Barkesh, which must first travel through Imperial territory. They carry equipment and supplies vital to the rebellion. Your mission is to rendezvous with that convoy and escort it to the landing zone. Good luck.
Alright.
Luke, we've already got trouble. Real good. Take your targets and go. Good shooting.
There we are. Where is it? There we go. Never bought an N64 because the games don't interest me. Largely, like, I have very mixed thoughts on the N64. I do not think it's as good of a system as people make it out to be. I think there are genuine problems with both the hardware architecture and also the like software library. But like at the same time, like there are good games on it. I think I like the N64's library more than the Saturn, but not as much as the PlayStation 1. Like the PlayStation 1 really did beat the others in a landslide. Like it's not even close. Oh shit. I'll get that TIE bomber. Now more will spawn in. Nintendo loves their secrets. I'm no game design expert, but I feel like there's a right and wrong way to do it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because, like, something that's very important in game design is, like, and I feel like a pitfall that Nintendo likes to fall into is, like, they stick to their design philosophies very rigidly. When there's a time and a place, it's not exactly game design isn't necessarily about what you're doing exactly, it's about how you're doing it. And does this decision match with the other decisions? And I feel like there are times where like those like that emphasis on secrets is very like welcome and very good, but I also feel like they cling to it too much and they kind of do it in places where they shouldn't. Oh, hang on, let's see. I missed your answer earlier probably, but in your opinion, what's your favorite game console of all time, retro or not? My favorite is the GameCube. There we go. That was on purpose. Shigeru Miyamoto's design philosophy is really stale at this point. I feel like, because now I have, now I refilled my secondaries and this game doesn't ding you for losing a life. However, what you need to be careful for when doing a kamikaze route is you have to wait to respawn while the mission is still going on. So, like, if you're going to do that intentionally, you gotta be careful about when and where you do it. Kind of like Nintendo's design philosophies. But, like, the game design decisions, when designing a game, you kind of, like, the decisions you make have to match what you're doing. You can't just because it worked in one context, that doesn't mean it's going to work in every context. And there are some times when playing some Nintendo games where I feel like, it makes me want to go back in time, go to, like, all the arcades in the Kyoto area, go into any, like, arcade that has Tower of Duraga, and write in all of the, arcade notebooks that they had next to the machines, don't take the wrong lessons from this. Hello, Luna. Hello! Hello, Neckbeardpunk1549. That is quite the username.
Commander, this is
Alright,
Riken.
there we
It's
go.
imperative you stay with the supply vehicle. Good shooting. Commander, this is Riken. It's imperative you stay with the supply vehicle.
Alright. Has that next bomber come in yet? Oh, just in time! Alright, I got back right in the nick of time. Excellent. No, it is. I have to change it later. You don't have to. Especially not on my account. Alright, let me hit that bunker because it's an accuracy sponge. Okay, where? Okay, there. Oh, shit. Best 6-gen console, glad someone else agrees. Yeah, I fucking love the GameCube. Alright. Did I get it? Yes, I got gold. I was worried because... Oh my god! Oh my god, that was close. Not necessarily in terms of time or accuracy, those are good, but like in terms of enemies destroyed, yeah, that was close. All right, search for the Nona. Search for the Nona.
Rogue Squadron, this is General Riken.
Every time General Riken says that this is General Riken, take a shot.
Carrying a team of rebel soldiers and stolen Imperial equipment. You must find them before the Imperials do.
Let's see. I used to play this as a kid many years ago. Good times. I love this game. I love this game dearly.
Guys, I'm coming in fast.
It's almost like it's my favorite or something.
Throttle up, Rogue. We have to keep searching for the Nona. Right with you, boss. Stay low. I'm hit! I'm hit! Ouch. Shields are a little weak. Rear shields down!
Alright. Let's see. Which one did it spawn in? Okay, it's not in this one. Because for the record, if to those who don't know, the location of the Nona is randomized. There's only so many places it could end up. But basically, you do have to find it. Is the PC port of the first Rogue Squadron worth owning? The thing about the PC port is it's buggier. Notoriously, there's a camera glitch on
from invading Imperial forces.
Basically any computer past the 90s. So, like, if you're installing it now through Steam or GOG, at the start of every mission, you have to reorient the camera. You have to pick a different camera angle, otherwise the ship will get further and further and further away from the camera. I think there are mods to fix that, but that is a caveat, and I have seen people play the PC version blind, clearly not knowing that, and I'm just like, oh no! When you know that, and you can... like, react accordingly, like, it's perfectly alright. It's missing some of the extras. There's no Buick in it, though there is an old mod for that, called Rogue Car. I'm not sure if it's compatible with the Steam release. But the PC port of Rogue Squadron is perfectly fine if you're aware of its quirks. But I would say that it is more polished on the N64. Good, because I saw it at a game store near me and didn't know. I would, if your option though is PC or N64, I would still say the N64 version is the way to go. The N64 version is more polished. It's more content complete. But either way, like, it's Rogue Squadron. But yeah, I would look into those mods. And again, the PC version is on Steam, so... and GOG. So if those are more convenient for you, then yeah, that's another way to play the game. Man, it's gonna be such a shame if this stream ends up unarchived, because there's been such good conversations here. It should be archived.
Protect the ship from invading Imperial forces.
You seem to have grown up during the N64 era too a lot. Yeah, so I was born in 1994. So the N64 PS1 generation was that was the first one I was exposed to. I didn't have either console. I didn't have any video game console then, but relatives and friends did. So one of the exciting things about going to a friend's house or a relative's house was, oh, they had video games. And then also and then also, like, family and friends, they also had the PC port of this. So no, but yeah, the 5th gen was the first one I was exposed to. I would say, personally, I prefer the 6th, but there is something very nostalgic about the 5th gen to me. Even if it's sandwiched in between generations whose libraries I prefer more. That said, it's still home to some of my favorite games ever made. Like, Rogue Squadron is like one of my favorite games ever. Mario 64 is one of my favorite games ever. I hear more TIE fighters. Okay, that's an interceptor. Lower priority, but I'll still go for it. Nope. Good, it's evacuating. But yeah, the first console I owned, or the first handheld I owned, was the Game Boy Advance. And it wasn't for another couple of years where I got the GameCube. Oh. Oh, hello. Excellent. Whoop. My friend gave me crud because my first console was a PS2, and for years that was my favorite console until my friend showed me the GameCube. I mean, the PS2 is a pretty damn good console too. And I did not get gold. Damn, what was I missing? 8 enemies. 8 enemies off. Oh well. it'll be easier to go back. It'll be easier to get it with the Seeker missile upgrade.
This is Luke Skywalker. Go ahead. I've received word an Imperial officer, Chris Maydean, wants to defect. Apparently he has a lot of information on the Empire's military ground operation. I'm going to contact him after my meeting with the city officials in the Capitol Tower. Keep your eyes open for any sign of trouble.
Alright, everything looks good. My cousins had the original first Xbox too.
Form up.
Yeah, my cousins also had an Xbox.
Picking up something strange on my scope. I copy. Increase speed, full throttle. Right with you, boss.
But yeah, let me know, chat, let me know what games you want to see next. I don't know how much more energy I have, to be fair. But also, this is a game, this was kind of a dangerous suggestion. Because I could be just playing this for the rest of the night.
I'm hit. Repeat, under attack. Get back here as soon as you can. Road group, we are under... You heard him. Full throttle. Back to the city.
Alright. Come on. Let's take out those bombers. Oh. Go. Honestly, because I'll probably do another stream like this. But next time it gets to N64, I'll probably save Rogue Squadron for last. Just because, like, it will dominate, like, the rest of... it will dominate the rest of the stream. Thoughts on second and third Rogue Squadron games? I love them. I love them to death. There are things I prefer about this. Though, in terms of just... Rogue Squadron 2 is definitely a tighter experience. Rogue Squadron 3 is obviously a bit more uneven with the on-foot combat, but I feel like that's where they really nailed the space missions. Like, the flight missions in that game are, like, some of the best in the entire series. Like, when that game peaks high, it peaks high. And that was also... Rogue Squadron 3 was actually the first game I bought with my own money. And I do not regret it. But no, I love the Rogue Squadron series. They're just flat out my favorite games. And also, let's not forget Battle for Naboo as well. That game is also awesome.
Can you hear me? Rogue Squadron, this is Chris Maydean. The attack came before I could reach Ryken, and I've been down in the tech center. Can you get me out? Affirmative. Luke, I've got my hands full. Can you get them?
Will you help? Sure, Luke, you deal with it. Yeah, I think in order for the upgrade to spawn, I have to take care of this next bit. So I'll do it when going back to the city. It's the tech center. Chris Maydean is inside. Oh. There we go. I'm actually genuinely so happy to be talking to you, to hang out with you. You're so cool. Sorry if I'm fanboying a little. That's no problem at all. The Dreamcast is the first console I bought with my own money in 2023 when I was 16. I think the first console I bought with my own money was a PlayStation 1 I got at a yard sale.
Yeah, got a problem here.
After that was the N64.
Hold on, Wedge.
I think after that was the Sega Genesis.
Han, Chewie, well, what are you doing here? How you doing, kid? Thought I might give you a
I
hand.
forget if I got the
My
Sega
hometown,
Genesis
after
first
all.
or the FC Twin first.
Spotted an Imperial walker on approach to the Capitol Tower.
Alright. Ooh.
Maintain visual scanning.
Alright. There we go.
Sir, we found some advanced proton torpedoes.
Beautiful. Alright. Let's take out that walker. Which definitely isn't a retextured AT-AT model from Shadows of the Empire. But like, come on, it totally is. The geometry is very recognizable, even if the textures are different.
One more pass. Cable out. Let her go.
Rogues, we got some trouble over here. They dropped a pair of scout walkers just outside my building.
Outside my building.
I almost got that right. But yeah, no, I have definitely played this game an unhealthy amount.
Chewie says we should start
Easily my
evacuating
favorite.
people off the
Like,
top of the Capitol Tower.
I mean, it's my favorite game, period. So it should stand to reason that yeah, it's my favorite N64 game. But still, it's worth saying. Perfect. Add context real quick, but how was your Halloween yesterday? Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm not sure if you were there for that, but it was pretty uneventful. I didn't really do much. I didn't really do anything special. My girlfriend and I, we went to a Halloween party like a week ago. But like as far as like anything like actually on the date itself, I guess above anything, I was just trying to relax for a change, because I tend to burn myself out. Any free time I have doesn't stay free time for long, because I end up using that time to like really slave away at like projects that I have on my plate, and I put way too much on my plate. So lately I've just been trying to like, no, you need to relax for a change. And of course my brain will try to trick me and go like, oh, but wait, here, what if you did this at the same time or whatnot? Like, oh, you could record footage for this video, and that way you could still do it. You could do this thing while also being productive at the same time. And it's like, no, stop. Because no, like, me burning myself dry it's been leading to problems that I'd rather avoid. I am doing a terrible job with this AT-AT. Maybe it's because I got more focused on the conversation. I'm a new subscriber, so I've just been watching you recently. Well, welcome. Happy to have you on board.
One more pass. Cable out. Let her go. Commander Skywalker, we're dispatching a shuttle to evacuate Medine. Keep those ties off its back.
Alright, there they are. Alright. Come on down. Okay, cool. TIE fighter just clipped through that Tidarium shuttle. Or Lambda class. Tidarium was the specific It was like the exact shuttle in Return of the Jedi. That wasn't the Tiberium. That was just another Lambda class. God, I'm a nerd. Alright. Alright, good. You got Maydeen. Now, Vamoose, go. Be free. Alright, where are the other ties? At the very least, I can get that stormtrooper. There we go. Alright, let's take aim at some of those cargo boats too. Hell yeah.
Thanks, road group. I'm clear.
Alright, let's see. I think it took a year for me to be RE3 Nemesis Dreamcast version on Spire 1. That's fair. Especially if you're like just chipping away at them.
It's all right, Luke.
I'm not just playing them all in one sitting, but like at the same time though, you shouldn't need you shouldn't need other people's validation for that. If it took however long it took you, like that's just how long it took you. Shouldn't have to feel like you need to prove something with that. 26 seconds. Alright. I think I'll finish up chapter 1 with this mission, and then I'll probably make myself dinner. I'll do this again soon, because this was fun. But yeah, let's do this mission. Let's recruit Kason more, and then we can,
accelerate to attack speed.
we can fly again later.
I'm hit.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on those missile turrets first. Where are the others? There. Oh my god, that missile turret has a lead.
One down. Let's keep up the good work.
Okay. So there's that one. There's that one. Rogue Squadron, where's our cover?
We've got to destroy those missile turrets. Otherwise, the Y-wings are done for.
When I fall off games, I fall off hard. That's, again, totally fair.
My fighter is down. Good work. Help me out here. Nice shot. Thanks, road group. I'm clear.
Don't listen to him when he says that. There are still ATPTs and turrets still lying around. What are you talking about, Crix? There's that one. Alright. Alright, I think I got all of the turrets. But, yep. There's another ATPT being a sniper.
Luke, it's Wedge. I'm on the other side of the planet. We've got trouble. It's the 128th Tie Interceptor Squadron. They're the best of the best. Cut the chatter. Wedge.
Other side of the planet. Oh, this must be one small planet. Gerard 5 has an estimated diameter of 2 miles. I was hoping that would have blown up, but I guess not. Alright. Good. Didn't shoot any missiles, as far as I know, anyway. Alrighty. I think there could have been a released 4th Rogue Squadron game. Like, the fact that there's a... Like, I've done a whole video about this. I believe it's like the video that's like the preview video on my channel. But oh my god, the fact that like they finished the Wii one and it's just sitting in a vault with re-recorded, like with the music just performed with a live orchestra. Like the fact that that's just sitting in the Disney vault, that drives me nuts. It genuinely keeps me up at night. And the fact too that like, okay, yeah, we have we have these like, okay, we have Aspire and Night Dive doing remasters and re-releases of like all of the other like Star Wars games from this time period, except for Rogue Squadron. And I think part of it is like, oh, Patty Jenkins was doing that movie that can't decide whether or not it's canceled or whatnot. So like, if we do a remaster and release at the same time, that's synergy, baby. But fuck synergy, I want me my Rogue Squadron. Sorry for getting needlessly animated there, but like, goddamn, it genuinely drives me insane. Like, genuinely, like, I don't have a Switch 2, I don't have money. At the same time, though, if they released, like, I would hope that would be a wider release than that, but like, if they released the Wii Rogue Squadron as a Switch 2 exclusive or whatnot, and even if it was full price, oh, you better believe I would do everything I could to get my hands on that. It's like, why rely on synergy when you have the desperation of this idiot right here? I'll buy 10 copies!
Like shooting Y-wings, do you? Here's a little message from Gold Squadron.
If something like that happened for a series I love, I would be so upset. Yeah! I always loved this.
My vehicle has been disabled for a good few minutes.
The idea that this Y-Wing pilot has just been shooting ion cannons, which are just supposed to disable a ship, and like shouting like one-liners at her for like a solid 2 minutes to the point where the ship just sets on fire. Like, it's not just disabled, it's on fire. Like, it's very funny to me. I was one friendly save short. I'm just barely not getting these gold medals. What the fuck? It's probably because I'm having a fun time at these conversations. How dare I have fun talking with people? Want to switch to until I found out about the game key cards. Yeah! The game key cards. Okay, fuck chapter 1. I do what? Fuck it. We're doing Jade Moon. We're doing Jade Moon, and then after that, I'm good. Star Wars. Oh, hey, Meep! You came right in time for... I'm thinking about starting to wrap up a little. But I guess, hello!
It's an inventory hub for the local bases in the system.
But yeah, I'm playing Rogue Squadron, my beloved. That said, you know what? After this, I might leave it open to maybe like 1 or 2 more games on the N64. What would all of you be interested in for the next game? I'll play the next game and see how I feel from there.
Private channel, sir. Private channel, go ahead. Luke, how do we know Caseman isn't leading us right into a trap? Not now, Wedge.
With the N64, I have a lot of like the quite well-known titles. So, Carmageddon 64. I wish I had that. And I crash immediately because I'm reading chat. Alright. I don't want to pressure you into playing anything than you want, lol. I appreciate that. But, that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun, is like seeing what pops up next. Like, obviously you just came in, but like, I literally started this stream by playing Bubsy 3D. I think you don't have to worry. Like, I set the bar pretty low. I wish you could make the next Rogue Squadron game in your style. That'd be sick. I shouldn't say anything. I shouldn't say anything. I'm terrible at keeping secrets. Fine, I'll bend. After I finish Jack Razor 2, I'm thinking about experimenting with making a Rogue Squadron inspired game. I don't know whether, like, I've already done it, like, over a year ago I did like a 2D prototype for a system where it was like overhead flight, but you could land on the ground and run around and shoot with like twin stick controls. I prototyped that, so at the very least I have that to fall back on. But like, I want to see if I could make it in 3D. I'd have to experiment with making models. That's something I'm relatively inexperienced with. Admittedly, I have been practicing with Blender a little bit. And I want to avoid Unity just because I don't know if it still applies, but the stuff with like, oh, if people buy a certain number of your games, then you have to pay us. Like, it's like, no, like after pulling that, it's like, okay, whether or not that's still in play, I'm not gonna risk that. So I'll probably go with Godot. The Unity thing is no longer a thing. Yeah, that sounds about right. But like, considering, I guess the other thing too is, I genuinely, like, it takes me a long time to make games. Hopefully this would be a smaller project. Hopefully this would be, like, something smaller. Because, like, Jack Razor 2 has been, like, it's starting to enter its ending phases, which is good, but the scale on that thing is ridiculous. Like, both Jack Razor 1 and 2 ended up taking 6 years, but for completely different reasons. Jack Razor 1 took that long because I was woefully inexperienced, and I just went in just guns blazing, no tutorials or anything. I just went in with my stupid high schooler hubris of like, oh, I could just do all this stuff on my own, no worries. Only to find out, no, tutorials are out there for a reason, use them. Learn shit. Like, on one hand, it was genuinely a good learning experience, but I could have had that learning experience with something smaller scale. Jack Razor 2 is taking that long just because so much more is going into it. It is so much. Jack Razor 2 is ginormous. Like, it is a much bigger game than the first. And while I think it's genuinely coming out pretty good, I think it's genuinely coming out, like, pretty damn solid. And I died again. Again, at least this game doesn't knock you for it. Oh! That didn't take long. Okay. Where are those twin TIE fighters? Okay, those are interceptors. Those are lower priority.
Rogue Squadron, where's our cover?
Getting it. Alright. Where are the bombers? Those are the ones I'm worried about. Where are those bombers? Okay, good, the wingman. Oh, there they are on radar. Yep, they're the bombers. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. That's how you gotta do it. I did it with one of my games and it shows. Yeah, no, like, it is a good way to learn. I just wish with Jack Razor 1, because Jack Razor 1 went through development hell. Like, that game was, like, actively trying to rip itself apart. It's so, Come on. Stupid interceptor. Oh, there's still an ATPT left. Okay, I definitely did not get the medal. I'll definitely play it when it comes out, and if you need any donations to help, I'll absolutely help anytime. So
being on the other side.
I try not to ask for that stuff. I do have a Patreon. I do have Jack Razor 1 up for sale. Like, there are ways, but like I don't want to prompt that. Maybe it's because I've been on YouTube for a while and that sort of thing was like really frowned upon. And like ultimately I feel like whether it's YouTube videos or whether it's indie games, like I feel like I need to have like my primary income stream come elsewhere, like from something more stable. The problem is things are not stable right now, especially for someone like me. Yeah, being trans right now is in this country. But yeah, you know, I'll do one of the more demanding. Yeah, let's do some of the more demanding missions. Then I'll move to something else.
This is it. Cyphera. Be careful, team. We've got to hit Imperial targets only. Avoid civilian casualties at all costs. We can't afford to lose those back to containers, so be careful.
I'll look into your Patreon then. Thank you. I try to keep posting that on a regular basis, in regards to like basically anything I'm doing. Sometimes you get like video stuff, sometimes you get game stuff. There are different tiers, but lately, with just how crazy things have been, I have been, like, opening things, especially if it's for a video that's been taking a while to make. I've been leaving it open to, like, all patrons, or, like, all paid members. Just because, like, yeah. But again, you are by no means required to. You don't have to. Honestly, liking or like just watching the videos, like that's more than enough. Especially like liking or sharing them also helps out a lot. Like, oh jeez, did I destroy one of the back to containers? Uh-oh.
I'm hit.
All right, come on. All right, there we go. All right. Destroy that ATST. There we go. Alright. Okay. Let me get the upgrade that's in there. There we go.
Sir, we found some cluster seeker missiles.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. I know how I should be playing this stage. I know how I should be playing this stage. Oh, not the X-Wing. It should be the... YouTube might be shadow banning me. YouTube has really been shitting the bed lately. Like, I said go buy Jack Razor and it wasn't showing? Oh my god. YouTube. YouTube, you take away my monetization and now this? Come on, YouTube. I thought we were friends. Which is true. They, I fell below their metrics because the Star Fox video took way too long to make. And I've been just focusing on so many other things that, like, yeah, I don't pump out content, I make videos. Maybe doesn't advertising like that. It's still shitty. Yeah, no, YouTube is just. Again, that's why. That's why, like, something I haven't done up until now is like the chat is weird. Let's see, top chat, live chat. It will auto-hide comments, not just your channel. What the hell? We are going to cheat code mode. It's a YouTube thing. Oh my god. Fuck YouTube. And see, this is why I don't hinge my livelihood on YouTube. Like, the $100 every now and then? Like, that... Like, yeah, that can come in handy, but, like... Right now, I'm just trying to get more work. Because, like... Yeah. But, yeah. Alright, we're doing a secret ship. Oh, you select live chat instead of top chat. Yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
The Incom T-65 X-Wing is the fighter that killed a Death Star.
Alright, yeah, it's flying car time! It's time for the Buick! It's Buick time, baby!
Pick your targets and go. Rapid fire mode engaged.
Alright. Oh, look! There's some TIE interceptors. And with a single button, they all die.
Maintain visual scanning.
But yeah, someone said something about ridiculous games.
Watch out for those tractor containers.
Alright, go. Ah! You deserve so many more subs, actually. I'll shout you out and let people... Thank you. But yeah, that's why, like, it's like, okay, YouTube is, like, doing, like, shit to me or whatever. It's like, okay, fine, I'll play your game. You want me to go, like, oh, hit like and subscribe. You want me to do all that stuff, YouTube? Okay. Okay. We do not get a lot of games like Kokoto Platform Jumper anymore. Apparently they were making games in that series up till the Wii U. That's like, okay, Kokoto is like the most baffling thing to me. Because like, okay. It's like a series of spin-off games with nothing's mainline. There's no main, like, it's crazy, I love it. I'm doing terribly, but at the same time, I'm having fun talking. I'm having fun talking. Maybe this level isn't very chat friendly. Or maybe it's not very Let's Play friendly. It's very multitasking heavy. I love the secret cluster missiles. I love the Buick. It's so silly. Alright. There's the missile turret. There's the bastard. But it was really funny watching Jackie play. Last time she was up, she was playing some of the Rogue Squadron games. And like, she just went into full, like, nihilistic, just sociopath mode. She was just like killing like all the civilians. She was just going, it was really funny. She just like destroying cities. I'm like, honey, what are you doing? And she's just like, not just the men, but the women and the children too. She gets so unhinged sometimes. I love her. Also, yeah, the Kokoto skit. So yeah, that was Jackie screaming that. Originally, what was in the script was she would, or like, I was going to be one playing the game and shouting, "What the fuck is Kokoto?" And then, but like, when we were filming it, Jackie said, like, I think it'd be funnier if I said that. And like, yeah, like, I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense. It was, yeah. So then, but like, she genuinely startled me with how loud and aggressive she screamed that. It was really funny. But yeah, but all right. So that's Rogue Squadron. But you know what? Let's put in some Battle for Naboo. Why not? If I can find it in my giant stack of N64 games. Oh, it was in the other stack. Silly me. Laughed for a good 5 minutes when I saw that. I'm glad. But yeah, just know, like me, like turning around and like flinching, like that wasn't acting. Like, I was actually taken that far off guard. Oh look at Jar Jar. I always loved Factor 5 logo intros. They always got clever. Okay, do you know what? I actually am getting a bit more energy. Hell yeah. Factor 5. I mean, Factor 5 will do that to me. It's almost like I'm some kind of Factor 5 mechanic. Is that C-3PO riding the vehicle? No, that was the old LucasArts logo. Also, listen to how clean and sharp that is. This is MIDI. The stuff Factor 5 did with the sound hardware, or lack thereof, is, like, insane. No, I don't have an EverDrive 64. I wish I did. That would make things a lot easier for playing the games I have. Oh, does the EverDrive have crunchy audio? Or are we just talking about compression? Because Factor 5, like, they pushed this thing, like, so hard. Alright, let's see. No, we're talking about compression. Fair enough. Yeah. Like, if you compare it to, if you compare it to stuff like, or really the other Star Wars N64 games like Shadows of the Empire Episode 1 Racer, it's night and day. Alright, I'll pick the N1. Good ol' N1.
Identify yourself. I'm Rohan Waitai. This is my village that's burning. Save us! Help! Defend the houseboat while my people try to escape into the swamp. Permission to engage, Captain? Permission granted. Just make sure you cover those houseboats.
Oop. There we go. Wait, no, that's one of the houseboats. Oops. ABJ is a better entertainer than reviewer. I mean, that's kind of what he's trying to do.
Right. Incoming droid starfighters.
Alright, there we go.
Help us! They attacked us when we refused to surrender.
There we go. Woo! I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Alright, there we go.
Excellent! Captain, one of my best men, Van Dead, is trapped at the far end of the village.
Factor 5 audio compression technology is always fantastic, especially when used for Shrek games on the Game Boy Advance. Oh, God. That might be the worst use of Factor 5's music system. Like on any platform, Shrek Swap Kart Speedway did that voice compression shit dirty. At the same time, it is morbidly really funny. Though I'm not sure if Julian Egerbrecht, Rudolf Stember, or Chris Wolsbeck would agree. I find it funny how many Game Boy Advance games used the hardware, but Factor 5 like didn't make N64 or no, I'm playing it. They didn't make any Game Boy Advance games. They just made that. They just made the music system available on it, and so many games on the Game Boy Advance used it. Even more than on the N64. Like, cause like I was playing N64 games with Jackie watching last night, and like Factor 5's names their name popped up in the credits or copyright screen so much that she just called them she called them the D. Bradley Baker of N64. But if anything, I feel like that applies more to the Game Boy Advance. Which is funny because they didn't make a Game Boy Advance game themselves. They just made technology for it. Hell yeah. But yeah, this game is... It is a technical marvel. Like... It's like, okay, okay, after Rogue Squadron, we really figured out the N64 hardware. Let's push it even further.
What if he's leading us into a trap?
Do you have a favorite Game Boy Advance game? You know, I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure if I do. I do really like the Iridium games by Shinen Multimedia. I know people tend to prefer Iridium 2, and not without reason. Like, it's a really good game. But I still have like a real like appreciation for Iridium 3D. Alright. Let's see.
A deadly and
these models too for the N64 are crazy. Alright, let's see. Which ship should I go with? Yeah, I'll go with I'll use the police cruiser. It's a shame the Factor franchise fell off after they released Factor 6.
Gavin, this is Bed Devin. Captain
Oh
Dale
my
has ordered
God.
me to provide ground support.
Protect the cargo ship until we reach the base.
Keep an eye on those mine sites.
But like, look at like the texture work on the mountains and like the snow particles and like, oh my god.
Great work.
And like, it's doing all of this with like more draw distance and a better frame rate than the original Rogue Squadron. I prefer the design in the original Rogue Squadron, but like, come on, like this is still like really cool. It's a shame this one doesn't get talked about more. And it's like, yeah, I do think the original Rogue Squadron is overall like a better game, but like this is still really good. This is still really, really good.
Enemy fighters approaching.
Alright, where are they? Where are those fools?
We're running low on power. We need some protection. Hey!
Go. Oh. Rapid put the first party games on the Nintendo 64 to shame. Yeah, no, they do. As far as I know, the only N64 devs to really push microcode were Rare and Factor 5. I wouldn't be surprised if Angel Studios did when doing the Resident Evil 2 port, but I don't know for sure if that's what they did. Factor 5 also just refused to use Nintendo's dev kits because, like, they weren't the dev kits and documentation weren't up to snuff. So they went to the people who made the PlayStation's dev kits and asked them if they were doing something for the N64, which, in case they were like, yeah, we're not allowed to talk about it, but yeah, we are. Good old SN64.
Maintain visual scanning. Thanks for guarding my six, Devin. No problem, Gavin. Watch for ground forces. The Trade Federation. They've discovered the base. Incoming A-18. Well, that was easier than hurting Shax. Now where's the base? Thanks. Pick your targets and go.
Alright. Oop. There's a droid bomber.
Torque power.
Don't worry, we're almost home.
Whoop. But yeah, I think you can see why, when I was like a little kid, being exposed to both what Nintendo was doing and like what the third parties were doing, and then what Factor 5 was doing, like a little kid me was like, whoa, who are these guys?
Make a quick exit. Keep clearing a path to the factory. Yes, sir. I have the factory in sight. Good. Let's wipe out any Trade Federation forces quickly. Don't underestimate the enemy. Correct, but watch the collateral damage. Some of our people might be in the facility.
Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. Yep. I love the phrase from Duel of the Fates coming up. Da, 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 da.
Mission accomplished. The N1 assembly site is now under our
I bought
control.
Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series because Klonoa 2 got a massive glow up. I need to... Nice, yeah, no, that's a... I got that when that came out, and that was a lot of fun. I need to buy an N64 soon. I'm missing out. Like, yeah, the N64 is worth getting. Like, there are good games on the thing. Some of them, like, I feel are exaggerated. But that doesn't mean they're not worth playing. But then you have things like the Rogue Squadron series, which is like incredible. Let's see. I think I'll switch now to the other thing that Factor 5 made directly. So we've seen both of their original games. Now it's time for a Factor 5 port. The greatness of Super Mario 64 is greater. I love Mario 64. Genuinely. That's one of my favorites. At the same time, though, like, I would be a hypocrite to deny you your take. Alright, come on. Ah, yeah, here we go. All right. Whoa. Concurrent. All right. Do you know what? I think this is what we'll end it on. And this will be a brief demonstration, but it will apply regardless. Because if we're talking about Factor 5 insanity. So this was a PC game first. Developed by LucasArts internally. that was both meant to be, like, an Indiana Jones take on Tomb Raider. But it was criticized for its controls, and inventory system and whatnot. It took up 2 CDs and was, like, fully voice acted and everything. Factor 5, because they're insane. What do they do? They didn't just keep everything intact. Like, all the voice acting is still here. Like, a 2 CD game came to the N64 completely intact. None of the voice acting was cut. All the music is still here. They added music, actually, to certain sections. Then on top of that, they add dynamic lighting, they add more environmental details, they add particle effects. So in a lot of ways, this ends up looking better than the PC version. Like, and it runs well on top of all of that. Like, holy shit. Like, I don't know why the screen is flashing, but, like, this runs better than most N64 games, and it's doing so much more. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's so, like, they were, like, just absolutely unhinged. I don't know why the screen is flickering. Why is the game flashing for? I think it might be a connection issue. There might be something wrong with one of the video cables. I don't intend to pull. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's. They couldn't be stopped. Okay. Oh my god. Come on. Alright, is it gonna work? Well, I guess not, but I showed what I wanted to show effectively. Alright, so that'll be the end of the stream tonight. Hope you all had fun. And,